Chosen ones, have you ever felt a touch that left you strangely heavy, unsettled, or drained? On the 999 portal, even the smallest contact can shift your energy, block blessings, and alter divine timing. This isn't superstition, it's spiritual law. Stay with me, because what you'll hear today could change the course of your future. The number 9 has always carried a sense of finality and higher wisdom. In numerology, it represents completion, the closing of one chapter before a new one can begin. But when you see this number repeated 3 times, like in the 999 portal, the energy is magnified beyond the ordinary. It's not just an ending, it's a powerful threshold where your past, present, and future meet. Think of it like the universe pressing a reset button, inviting you to release what no longer serves you so you can step into the next stage of your journey. To put it simply, the 999 portal is a moment when the veil between endings and beginnings is at its thinnest. It's the energetic equivalent of standing at the very edge of a cliff, not to fall, but to see the vast horizon waiting for you on the other side. In this space, you are being asked to let go of unnecessary baggage, whether that's toxic relationships, limiting beliefs, or old patterns that have been weighing you down. Only when your hands are empty can you receive what the divine is ready to place into them. Different cultures and traditions have recognized the sacred power of numbers. Ancient mystics often saw 9 as a divine number because it's the last of the single digits, carrying all the wisdom of the numbers before it. It symbolizes not just endings, but also the accumulation of life lessons. That's why many spiritual teachers refer to it as the number of enlightenment. When the date aligns as 999, it's like the heavens are amplifying this wisdom threefold, signaling that something in your life is ready to reach its conclusion. For chosen ones, this portal is especially significant because your path often carries collective weight. The cycles you close aren't only personal, they ripple outward, influencing the energy around you. On this day, the universe essentially hands you the keys to step out of old karmic loops and prepare for higher alignment. It's a chance to ask yourself, what am I still holding on to that is no longer aligned with who I'm becoming? The answers may surprise you, because often the very things you cling to are the ones preventing you from stepping fully into your purpose. What makes the 999 portal so unique is that it doesn't just whisper change, it demands it. If you've been ignoring signs, delaying decisions, or resisting growth, this energy has a way of making things unavoidable. Doors may close suddenly, truths may surface, and opportunities may appear with clarity you can't deny. The universe is urging you to trust this process of release because it's not about loss, it's about making space for something greater. So when you step into the 999 portal, think of it as a cosmic invitation. It's not meant to frighten you, but to empower you. This is your moment to say goodbye to what's done and open yourself to the blessings that have been waiting on the other side of completion. On ordinary days, your thoughts and emotions carry energy that slowly shapes your reality. But on the 999 portal, that energy is amplified as if the universe has turned up the volume knob. What you think, what you feel, and even what you quietly believe deep down has the power to manifest at a much faster pace. That's why chosen ones must approach this day with both reverence and caution, because your intentions aren't just whispers, they're megaphones echoing across dimensions. Think of today as planting seeds in a cosmic field where the soil is extra fertile. Whatever you plant grows faster, stronger, and deeper. If you plant fear, worry, or doubt, those seeds will also sprout quickly and begin to tangle around your blessings. But if you plant clarity, faith, and purpose, the universe accelerates those intentions into opportunities, connections, and breakthroughs that align with your highest path. The 999 portal is essentially an energetic multiplier. It doubles, even triples, the force behind every thought and action. This is why awareness is so critical today. Many people go about their day unaware of the spiritual significance, letting distractions, negativity, or idle chatter shape their energy field. But chosen ones are different. You're being reminded that even the smallest slip, an argument, a careless word, or a spiral of doubt, can echo louder than usual. Conversely, one conscious decision to stay calm, to affirm your worth, or to release an old wound can unlock breakthroughs far beyond what you expect. Spiritual traditions have always acknowledged days of heightened power. Fasting, prayer and meditation weren't random. They were intentionally aligned with sacred times to magnify their effect. The 999 portal functions in a similar way. It opens a window where the unseen forces of creation move closer to you, ready to respond with precision. The key is alignment. Your inner state must match the blessings you're asking for. If you're praying for abundance, but still holding onto a scarcity mindset, the portal will reflect that contradiction back to you. One way to navigate this day is by focusing your energy like a laser. Don't scatter it on too many desires or overwhelm yourself with a checklist of dreams. Instead, choose one or two intentions that truly matter and pour your focus into them. Write them down, speak them out loud, visualize them as if they've already arrived. The universe listens more closely today, but it also respects clarity. When you stand firm in your request, the energy of 999 amplifies it with astonishing speed. This portal is not about magic tricks or shortcuts, it's about alignment. It magnifies what's already within you. If you're aligned with gratitude, faith, and purpose, you'll feel doors open with surprising ease. If you're stuck in bitterness, resistance, or fear, those feelings may intensify as well. That's why the 999 portal is such a test. It shows you the mirror of your inner world in accelerated motion. So as you move through this day, hold your intentions close and guard them fiercely. Remember, you're not just thinking, you're creating. And today, creation happens at the speed of light. Most people think of touch as something simple, a hug, a handshake, or a pat on the shoulder. But on days like the 999 portal, touch is far from simple. It becomes a direct spiritual exchange, a doorway through which energy flows. And here's the truth, not everyone's energy is meant to mix with yours, especially when the veil is thin and your spirit is more open than usual. When your aura is heightened, as it is today, your body functions like a sponge. It absorbs vibrations more quickly and holds onto them more deeply. A simple touch from someone carrying stress, anger, jealousy, or hidden negativity can imprint onto your field, leaving you with emotions or thoughts that don't even belong to you. That's why you might sometimes feel drained after an innocent handshake or uneasy after a casual hug. On normal days, this is already powerful, but on a portal day, it's amplified, and those energetic imprints can linger much longer. For chosen ones, this danger is multiplied. You already carry a heightened sensitivity, like an antenna tuned into unseen frequencies. Touch bypasses the outer defenses of the aura and allows direct transfer, whether that's love and encouragement or fear and spiritual contamination. And while loving, intentional touch can be healing, careless or unwanted contact can throw your alignment off balance at the exact moment when clarity and purity matter most. Negative forces also exploit this. Think of it as a loophole. When the veil is thin, touch can be used as a channel for interference. Someone who carries chaos, even unconsciously, can disrupt the flow of blessings meant for you. It doesn't always come from malice. It could be a friend, a relative, or a stranger who simply carries unresolved energy. But the impact is the same. Your vibrational field absorbs their weight, and suddenly you find yourself feeling blocked, confused, or restless without knowing why. This is why spiritual traditions across the world have emphasized periods of solitude during sacred times. Prophets withdrew into the wilderness, monks practiced silence, and shamans avoided unnecessary contact before rituals. They understood that when the spiritual atmosphere is charged, the body must remain pure and untouched to channel divine guidance. What they guarded centuries ago is exactly what you're being asked to protect today. Remember, your body is not just flesh. It's a temple, a vessel of light. Guarding it is not about fear or isolation. It's about honoring the divine presence within you. By staying cautious with physical touch on the 999 portal, you're not rejecting people, you're preserving your alignment with God's plan. This day is too significant to risk contamination through careless contact. So treat your energy like sacred treasure. Not everyone should have access to it, and especially not today. When you stay mindful of touch, you keep your soul's path clear and ready for the blessings that are waiting. Have you ever walked away from someone and suddenly felt heavy, anxious, or unusually tired, even though nothing had happened to you personally? That's not imagination, it's energy transfer. Human beings are not just physical bodies, we are surrounded by energy fields, often called the aura. This aura acts like a shield, but it's also highly sensitive. especially on spiritually charged days like the 999 portal. When someone touches you or even comes too close to your field, their energy can slip into yours, leaving an imprint that affects how you think, feel, and act. The tricky part is that most of this happens unconsciously. People carry unresolved emotions, anger, jealousy, fear, or grief, like invisible baggage. Through physical touch, that baggage can attach itself to your aura. You might leave the encounter wondering why you suddenly feel drained, restless, or even sad, without realizing you've picked up someone else's burden. It's like carrying a backpack full of stones that don't belong to you. And when your aura is wide open, as it is on powerful portals, those stones sink even deeper. The aura has multiple layers, each holding different aspects of your well-being: mental, emotional, spiritual. When someone's chaos seeps into those layers, it doesn't just affect your mood. It can cloud your judgment, distort your intuition, and even create blockages in the flow of blessings. This is why chosen ones often sense confusion or heaviness after interacting with certain people. The exchange is invisible, but the results are very real. Think of your aura like a clean canvas. Every touch, every interaction leaves a brushstroke. On normal days, those strokes may fade quickly, but on a portal day, when the paint is wet and receptive, the marks left behind become far more permanent. If someone filled with fear or bitterness leaves their brushstroke on you today, the color may stain your energy long after the portal has closed, affecting how you manifest and respond to life. This is why energy hygiene is as important as physical hygiene. Just as you wouldn't let someone with dirty hands smear mud across your face, you shouldn't allow careless energy to smear across your aura. Protecting yourself doesn't mean rejecting people. It means staying conscious of the invisible exchanges happening all around you. Some people uplift your field, others unknowingly burden it. The key is discernment. The good news is that once you understand energy transfer, you can prevent it or cleanse it. Awareness itself is power. By setting boundaries, being mindful of touch, and practicing cleansing rituals, you stop carrying emotions that were never yours in the first place. And on the 999 portal, when your aura is at its most receptive, this awareness ensures that only divine light leaves its imprint. So the next time you feel a sudden shift after being around someone, pause and ask yourself, is this truly mine, or did I absorb it? That question alone can help you reclaim your energy and keep your spirit aligned with the blessings waiting for you. Your body is not just a physical shell, it's the vessel that carries your soul, your calling, and your divine energy. On a day like the 999 portal, when spiritual currents are intensified, guarding your body becomes more than self-care. It becomes a sacred act of protection. Every choice you make about what you allow into your space, who touches you, what you consume, even the environments you step into, directly influences the clarity of your soul's connection to God. Think of it this way: your body is like a temple. Just as sacred spaces are kept clean, pure, and protected from defilement, your body requires the same reverence. When you allow unnecessary physical contact or invite chaotic energy into your space, it's like leaving the temple doors wide open for anyone to enter, no matter what they carry. Some may bring peace and blessings, but others may unknowingly bring confusion or disturbance. Guarding your body means guarding the sanctity of the temple itself. Protection is not about fear, it's about respect. It's an acknowledgement that your energy is valuable, that your life force is not to be wasted or carelessly entangled. For chosen ones, this responsibility is even greater. You are carrying frequencies meant to heal, inspire, and uplift others. When your energy becomes contaminated, your mission gets delayed. When you stay protected, your light shines brighter, guiding not just your path, but also those who look to you for hope. History and spiritual traditions give us countless examples of how this principle works. Priests, prophets, and spiritual leaders often practiced rituals of purification before receiving visions or stepping into sacred duties. They understood that the body is the gateway for divine communication, and if that gateway was clogged with distractions, they couldn't hear the higher call clearly. You are being called to do the same. Maintain spiritual discipline so that nothing interferes with the messages, blessings, and guidance destined for you. Protection also includes the physical boundaries you set. It's okay to say no to a hug, to step back from someone's touch, or to avoid environments where your energy feels unsafe. Society often pressures us to be polite, to accept closeness even when it doesn't feel right. But chosen ones know that saying no is not rejection, it's alignment. It's an act of love for yourself and respect for the divine energy flowing through you. On the 999 portal, this boundary becomes even more important. The universe is aligning you with completion and transition. Guarding your body ensures that your soul can receive this shift without interference. Every moment of discipline, every act of protection is a way of saying, I honor what God has placed within me, and I will not allow anything to block it. So remember this truth. Protecting your body is not selfish, it is sacred. It is one of the highest ways you can guard your soul and secure the blessings prepared for you. Throughout history, sacred days have always been treated differently from ordinary ones. Across cultures, when the spiritual atmosphere intensified, people understood that purity and solitude were essential. These moments were not just about rituals, they were about creating space for divine energy to flow without interference. The 999 portal follows the same principle. Your spirit is open, sensitive, and ready to receive. To remain clear, you must look at the wisdom of those who came before us. In the Bible, prophets often withdrew into solitude before great revelations. Moses spent 40 days on Mount Sinai before receiving the commandments, separating himself from the noise of the people so he could hear God clearly. Jesus spent 40 days fasting in the wilderness, resisting temptation, and guarding his spirit so his mission could begin unshaken. In both examples, physical contact and worldly distractions were avoided during times of heightened connection. These weren't coincidences, they were divine strategies. In Islamic tradition, moments of retreat and purification are also emphasized. The practice of i'tikaf, where believers isolate themselves in the mosque for prayer and reflection during sacred nights, is rooted in the understanding that solitude amplifies spiritual clarity. It's about stepping away from the influence of others so the heart can fully align with the Creator. On a day like 999, chosen ones are invited to apply the same principle. Minimize interference, keep your space pure, and guard the sanctity of your energy. Ancient cultures also held similar practices. Shamans in native traditions would enter periods of fasting and silence before ceremonies, ensuring their bodies and spirits were cleansed before contacting the spiritual realms. Monks in Buddhism practiced vipassana, long stretches of solitude and meditation, to sharpen their awareness and remain untouched by worldly disturbances. These examples show a universal truth. When the energy is high, the body and spirit must remain guarded to channel it correctly. Even beyond religious traditions, humanity has instinctively honored certain times as requiring stillness and respect. Farmers understood the significance of harvest moons, preparing themselves mentally and spiritually before reaping what had been sown. Astrologers charted portals and alignments, advising kings and leaders to avoid distractions during these times. Whether through prayer, fasting, or silence, the theme remained the same: purity and solitude protect blessings. For chosen ones, this is a powerful reminder. You are not being asked to isolate out of fear, but to honor a timeless spiritual law. If prophets, monks, shamans, and leaders all understood that sacred energy required separation, then you too can practice this discipline, especially on the 999 portal. It is not about being antisocial, it is about being aligned. So when you step into today, remember the wisdom of those before you. Sacred days call for sacred boundaries. By choosing solitude and purity, you place yourself in the same stream of divine alignment that has guided spiritual leaders across history. One of the most overlooked truths about spiritual alignment is how easily it can be disrupted by careless contact. On ordinary days, you might feel drained after a hug, handshake, or even brushing shoulders with someone who carries heavy energy. But on a day like the 999 portal, that disruption has deeper consequences. It can literally block blessings that were preparing to flow into your life. Think of blessings as divine packages being delivered to your door. Your faith, discipline, and alignment create a clear pathway for them to arrive. But when you allow unnecessary physical contact with someone carrying doubt, jealousy, or chaos, it's like scattering obstacles in front of the delivery path. The blessing doesn't disappear, but it gets delayed, rerouted, or sometimes redirected altogether. What was meant for you can feel out of reach because your energy field no longer matches the frequency required to receive it. Careless touch also creates spiritual short circuits. Energy flows best through a clear and guarded vessel. When someone else's vibration enters your field, it mixes with your own and can distort the signal between you and the divine. You might start second-guessing yourself, feeling confused, or even pursuing paths that are not meant for you. This is not just about emotions, it's about alignment. If your frequency is even slightly off, the door to your blessing may not open at the right time. For chosen ones, the stakes are even higher. Your life is not only about your own path, it is often a channel for others, healing, guidance, and inspiration. If your energy becomes entangled with the wrong influence, your ability to carry out your purpose can weaken. Imagine trying to tune a radio, but someone else keeps adjusting the frequency. The message becomes static, and the clarity is lost. That's what happens when careless physical contact interferes on sacred days. It's also important to understand that not all energy blockages come from intentional harm. Sometimes, well-meaning people carry unresolved issues, fear, resentment, or negativity that seep into your aura through a simple touch. They may not even realize the transfer has taken place, but your spirit will feel the weight. This is why discernment matters so much. Love people, but guard your energy. Kindness doesn't require physical access. Blocking blessings doesn't always look dramatic. It can be subtle, missing an opportunity, losing motivation, or feeling spiritually disconnected. These small shifts create ripples that delay breakthroughs you've been preparing for. But the good news is that when you stay aware and protect your space, you keep the divine flow clear. Your blessings can arrive on time, uncorrupted, and in full measure. So remember this truth. Careless contact may seem small, but its effects are not. On the 999 portal, every choice you make either opens or blocks the door to your destiny. By guarding your body and energy, you ensure nothing interferes with the blessings God has already written for you. If you've ever wondered why certain environments overwhelm you, why some people leave you feeling drained, or why you sense things others ignore, this is no accident. As a chosen one, your sensitivity is part of your divine design. You are tuned to higher frequencies, which makes you more receptive to spiritual signals, but also more vulnerable to interference. On a portal day like 999, this heightened sensitivity can be both your greatest gift and your greatest challenge. Chosen ones often carry an empathic nature. You don't just see someone's pain, you feel it. You don't just hear words, you sense the energy behind them. This ability allows you to guide, heal, and inspire others, but it also leaves you open to absorbing vibrations that aren't yours. What might roll off another person's back can penetrate your spirit like a dagger. That's why boundaries are not optional for chosen ones, they're essential. The reason interference targets you more is simple. Your light carries impact. Darkness does not waste time on those who are already disconnected. It aims for the ones who can shift atmospheres. Your breakthrough, your clarity, your alignment doesn't just change your life. It ripples outward, touching countless others. This is why on heightened days like 999, distractions, temptations, and careless interactions seem to come out of nowhere. The enemy knows that if your frequency is shaken, your blessings can be delayed. Sensitivity also means you process energy differently. Imagine your soul as a finely tuned instrument. Every vibration, positive or negative, reverberates more intensely through you than through others. Where some may shrug off a toxic interaction, you carry it, analyze it, and feel its weight long after the moment has passed. While this may feel like a weakness, it's actually a sign of your calling. God designed your spirit to be perceptive because you are meant to navigate realms others cannot see. However, with great perception comes great responsibility. If you fail to guard your sensitivity, interference can cloud your intuition and silence your inner guidance. You may begin doubting yourself, questioning your worth, or losing momentum on your spiritual path. These are not random struggles, they're targeted disruptions meant to dim your light. Recognizing this allows you to reclaim control. Sensitivity is not something to fear, it's something to master. Chosen ones must learn to turn sensitivity into strength. Instead of avoiding it, you harness it. You discern quickly, you guard your space, and you only allow energy that aligns with your purpose. On a portal day, this discipline ensures that your heightened perception doesn't trap you in chaos, but instead elevates you into greater clarity. So if you feel too sensitive, remember this: Your soul was built to sense what others miss. That very sensitivity is proof of your assignment. And when you protect it, no interference can block the blessings meant for you. Awareness is powerful, but action is what keeps you protected. On a day like the 999 portal, your aura, the invisible field that surrounds and protects your body, is wide open, absorbing and reflecting energy more intensely than usual. If you don't actively shield it, you risk carrying other people's emotions, chaos, or negativity long after the portal has passed. But the good news is that shielding your aura isn't complicated. It's a daily practice of intention, awareness, and discipline. The first and most effective step is prayer or intention setting. Begin your day by declaring what kind of energy you will allow into your space. Words have power. When you say, "I am covered in divine protection, and only love and light may touch me," you are programming your aura to recognize and reject unwanted vibrations. Think of it as installing a filter that screens out harmful energy before it reaches you. Another powerful practice is visualization. Close your eyes and imagine yourself surrounded by a glowing shield of light, golden, white, or even violet. See it extending several feet around you, forming a barrier that only allows in what is pure and aligned with your spirit. Visualization may sound simple, but your mind is one of the strongest tools for energy work. What you imagine consistently, your aura begins to embody. Physical actions matter too. On portal days, avoid unnecessary touch, crowded environments, or situations that leave you feeling drained. Sometimes the best shield is distance. This doesn't mean isolating yourself completely. It means being intentional about where you go and who you let into your space. Chosen ones often underestimate how much control they have over their environments. Saying no to a gathering or declining physical contact can be a spiritual safeguard, not a social rejection. Cleansing rituals also play a vital role. Sage, incense, or even a bowl of salt water can absorb stagnant energy from your surroundings. A simple practice like washing your hands under running water while affirming, "I release what is not mine," can reset your field after an interaction. Water, in particular, is a natural conductor of energy, making showers or baths a powerful way to cleanse and recharge your aura. Finally, incorporate affirmations throughout your day. Speak life into your spirit. Repeat phrases like, "I am aligned with divine timing," "I am untouchable by negativity," "My aura radiates peace and light." These statements aren't just words, they're vibrations that reinforce your shield, reminding your spirit of its authority. On portal days like 999, shielding your aura isn't just optional, it's essential. The energy is too potent to leave your field unguarded. When you take these practical steps, you're not only protecting yourself, you're ensuring that your blessings flow freely, untouched by interference. Shielding is not about hiding, it's about walking boldly in divine protection. One of the greatest challenges chosen ones face is recognizing when their energy has been compromised. Because you're naturally sensitive, you may assume that every emotion or thought you experience is your own. But often, the heaviness you feel is simply residue from someone else's energy field that has attached to yours. On portal days like 999, when your aura is more receptive, this transfer happens quickly, and the effects can linger if not addressed. The first sign of compromised energy is sudden emotional shifts. You may wake up feeling peaceful, but after an interaction, you suddenly feel irritable, anxious, or weighed down for no clear reason. These mood swings are red flags that you've absorbed energy that doesn't belong to you. Another common indicator is physical fatigue. Energy exchange doesn't just affect your mind, it impacts your body. If you feel unusually drained, heavy, or even achy after being around certain people, your aura has likely taken on their unresolved emotions. Think of it as carrying a backpack that wasn't yours to begin with. It slows you down until you take it off. Mental fog is another symptom. If your thoughts become scattered, confused, or filled with doubts that seem foreign to you, that's often a sign of interference. When your energy is clean, your intuition is sharp. When it's compromised, clarity fades, and decision-making becomes difficult. Nighttime can also reveal compromised energy. Dream interference, such as nightmares, restless sleep, or bizarre dreams that don't feel like your own subconscious, may signal that your spirit is processing external vibrations. Dreams are the soul's playground, and when your aura is carrying residue, it shows up there too. So how do you cleanse it? The first step is awareness. Simply recognizing that the heaviness isn't yours already begins the process of release. From there, practical cleansing methods can restore your field. Prayer and affirmations help reset your spiritual authority. Speak aloud, I release all energy that does not belong to me. I reclaim my peace and alignment now. Water cleansing is especially powerful. Taking a shower or washing your hands with the intention of rinsing away negativity can instantly lighten your energy. Some chosen ones also use salt baths, as salt is known to neutralize heavy vibrations. Breathing exercises are another tool. Deep, intentional breaths allow you to exhale what's not yours and inhale clarity. Visualize releasing dark smoke on the exhale and drawing in golden light on the inhale. Finally, solitude and grounding are vital. Spend a few minutes barefoot on the earth, letting nature absorb and balance your energy. Silence your devices, close your eyes, and reconnect with your own inner frequency. Remember, energy compromise isn't failure. It's a sign of how powerful and receptive you are. By cleansing regularly, you ensure your aura remains strong, pure, and aligned with the blessings God has prepared for you. The number 9 has always been the symbol of completion. It represents the closing of one chapter and the preparation for something entirely new. When this energy is amplified 3 times, as in the 999 portal, it becomes a cosmic invitation to break free from cycles that have been looping in your life for far too long. These aren't just random patterns. They are karmic lessons, situations, and relationships that repeat until you finally learn, release, and rise. Karma is not punishment, it's a teacher. It's the echo of past actions, thoughts, and choices that circle back to you, offering opportunities to grow. Many chosen ones carry heavier karmic cycles because your soul's mission is greater. The tests you face are not designed to destroy you, but to refine you. On days like 999, those karmic loops come to the surface more vividly, almost demanding resolution. You may notice recurring themes, conflicts that resurface, emotions that intensify, or old wounds that suddenly feel raw again. This isn't coincidence. It's the universe highlighting what must be released before you can step into the next level of your destiny. The danger lies in ignoring these signs. If you cling to relationships that are no longer aligned, habits that drain your spirit, or mindsets rooted in fear, you risk dragging old karma into a new cycle. The 999 portal is a doorway, but what you carry through that doorway matters. If your hands are full of yesterday's baggage, how can you grasp tomorrow's blessings? This is why guarding your energy, especially through physical boundaries, is essential today. Touch from the wrong person can tether you to karmic loops that you were meant to release. Imagine spending years climbing out of a cycle, only to absorb someone else's unresolved lessons through careless interaction. Suddenly, you're pulled back into a spiral that wasn't even yours to begin with. That is the risk of ignoring the spiritual laws of completion. But when you consciously let go, the portal transforms into liberation. Doors close, but only to redirect you to paths that are truly aligned. Karmic debts dissolve, old attachments lose their grip, and your soul feels lighter. The closure may not always feel comfortable, endings rarely do, but the release clears space for breakthroughs you couldn't have imagined while carrying the weight of unfinished cycles. For chosen ones, the 999 portal is a milestone. It's not just about your personal journey, it's about healing ancestral patterns and breaking generational cycles. Your release creates ripples that free not only you, but also those connected to you. So embrace this portal as a sacred reset. Trust that what ends today was never meant to define your tomorrow. When you honor the call to close cycles, you align yourself with divine timing and prepare for blessings that flow without obstruction. One of the most overlooked aspects of spiritual growth is timing. Blessings don't just arrive randomly, they unfold according to divine order. The 999 portal is one of those rare windows where divine timing is heightened, aligning endings with new beginnings. But here's the truth, even the smallest interference can throw off this alignment. That's why staying untouched on this day matters so much. Physical contact, especially from those carrying unresolved energy, can shift your vibration just enough to delay or distort the timing of what God has prepared for you. Think of your soul as a finely tuned clock, ticking in harmony with divine rhythms. When you stay untouched, the gears remain precise and everything unfolds smoothly. But when outside energy interferes, it's like sand slipping into the gears. It slows the movement, creating friction and causing delays. A blessing meant for today may get postponed, or worse, you may not even recognize it when it arrives. Solitude is not about loneliness, it's about clarity. When you are free from external imprints, you can hear your inner voice more clearly. Your intuition sharpens, nudging you toward the right opportunities, connections, and decisions. This is why so many spiritual leaders sought stillness before stepping into their missions. They knew that distractions, even well-intentioned ones, could cloud their discernment. On the 999 portal, staying untouched functions as your safeguard, ensuring that divine instructions come through without static. Another reason this discipline matters is because alignment requires purity, not perfection, but purity of intention, heart, and energy. When you avoid careless touch, you keep your vessel clear, allowing divine energy to flow without resistance. The blessings waiting for you are already aligned, but they require you to remain on the same frequency. By guarding your body today, you're declaring to the universe, I am ready, I am willing, and I will not allow interference to block what belongs to me. Many chosen ones underestimate how fast energy can redirect timing. One careless interaction can create doubt, confusion, or heaviness that makes you miss a critical nudge from the spirit. For example, imagine being meant to cross paths with someone who could open a door in your destiny, but because your energy was disturbed, you feel too drained to follow through. That small shift could ripple into months of delay. Staying untouched ensures you remain present, aligned, and ready when divine timing calls. So on this 999 portal, treat your solitude as sacred. Every moment you guard your energy, you're keeping your soul aligned with the exact schedule God has written for you. Divine timing is precise, and when you stay untouched, you arrive at your blessings not late, not early, but right on time. Guarding your energy isn't just about saying no to the wrong touch or influence, it's also about strengthening your inner shield so you naturally repel anything misaligned. The 999 portal is the perfect time to practice this, because the energy you cultivate today won't just protect you now, it sets the tone for the cycle ahead. Think of affirmations and spiritual practices as the armor you put on before stepping into the world. They don't make you untouchable, but they make you resilient, grounded, and aligned. The simplest yet most powerful tool is spoken affirmation. Words carry vibration, and when you declare them with conviction, they program your aura. Start with statements like, I am surrounded by divine light. No negativity can enter my space. My energy is sacred, and I guard it with wisdom. Repeat these throughout the day, when you wake up, before you leave your home, and even silently in your heart when you feel your space being tested. Affirmations act as invisible barriers, constantly reminding your spirit of its authority. Breathing practices are another way to shield yourself. Try inhaling deeply while imagining golden light filling your lungs, then exhale slowly while releasing dark smoke, symbolizing fear, negativity, or any energy that doesn't belong to you. This simple practice not only calms the body, but also resets the aura, keeping it clear and vibrant. You can also incorporate visual rituals. Picture yourself inside a protective bubble of light, perhaps golden, white, or violet, that expands as you breathe. This visualization isn't just symbolic. It trains your subconscious to hold that image as reality, strengthening your shield even in challenging situations. Hand gestures or mudras are small but powerful practices. For example, pressing your palms together in prayer or placing your hand over your heart while affirming protection sends a strong signal to your body and spirit that you are secure. These gestures anchor your energy and remind you to stay centered. Another overlooked yet powerful shield is gratitude. Thankfulness elevates your frequency to a level where negativity struggles to exist. When you list what you're grateful for, even in moments of stress, you raise your vibration and your aura naturally becomes harder to penetrate. Gratitude is more than a mindset, it's a shield of joy. Lastly, consistency matters. Protection isn't just something you practice once during a portal, it's a lifestyle. Daily affirmations, regular cleansing, and intentional gratitude keep your shield strong all year round. On sacred days like 999, these practices become even more potent, sealing your energy and ensuring that only light flows in and out of your life. Remember, your spiritual shield is not about hiding, it's about shining. The stronger it is, the freer you are to walk boldly into your destiny, untouched by interference and fully aligned with divine purpose. Every spiritual discipline, every act of caution, every boundary you've set throughout this 999 portal has one central purpose: to protect the blessings that are already written for you. The universe is not withholding good things from you. God has already aligned opportunities, breakthroughs, and divine encounters with your name on them. The question is not if they will come, it's whether you will remain in position to receive them. Staying guarded today is the key to making sure tomorrow's blessings reach you without interference. Think of this portal as a spiritual test. It's a day when distractions feel louder, temptations seem stronger, and interruptions come disguised as ordinary interactions. But chosen ones are asked to rise above the noise. By resisting unnecessary touch, avoiding chaotic energy, and staying rooted in your own vibration, you show the universe that you are ready to carry the weight of your destiny. Protection isn't about paranoia, it's about maturity. It proves you value what God is entrusting to you. The truth is, blessings often don't arrive in dramatic fireworks. Sometimes they show up as quiet opportunities, subtle connections, or small doors that lead to bigger ones. If your energy is clouded, you may miss these moments. But when you stay guarded, you remain alert, clear, and aligned, able to recognize the hand of God even in the smallest details. One pure decision today can set off a chain reaction of breakthroughs tomorrow. It's also important to remember that staying guarded is not just about avoiding harm, it's about preserving your energy for what truly matters. The strength you conserve today becomes the fuel you'll need for the next season. When you refuse to let others drain you, you're not only keeping interference out, you're keeping power in. That power is what you'll use to step boldly into new cycles after this portal closes. Chosen ones often feel the weight of responsibility more heavily than others because your journey doesn't end with you. The blessings you protect today will ripple outward into your family, your community, even generations that come after you. Staying disciplined during the 999 portal is more than a personal victory, it's a legacy. So here is the ultimate reminder. This portal is temporary, but the effects of your choices will echo long after it passes. Guard yourself with wisdom, hold fast to your affirmations. Stay aligned with divine timing. When you do, tomorrow's blessings won't just arrive, they'll arrive intact, untainted, and overflowing. Remember, chosen one, you don't protect yourself because you are fragile. You protect yourself because you are powerful. And when you honor that power, no force on earth can block what has already been written for you.